Hey everybody, it's Dave. Welcome to Holiday for Two. And I should start off by saying Happy New Year, because I know when this video comes out, it'll be the first weekend of New Year. So everybody, Happy New Year for 2026. Looking forward to a great year, right? And also want to thank all the folks who have been watching. And if you like these videos, please thank you for following us, and be sure to hit the like button on these. Today we're doing a little weekend day trip to a place that I've never been to, and I'm not sure Tammy's been to, but she thinks she has. But we're at Horseshoe Lake, and this is a campground I saw called Mesquite Recreation Area. And wow, it's a little hard to get to. The road's a little bumpy in spots, but it's beautiful out here. We'll show you around and tell you more about it, but this is Mesquite Recreation Area near Horseshoe Lake. We'll take the truck up and go to the lake in a little closer. This is a great spot. This is number 3. We just passed a couple of them, and look how far apart they are. I think there's a fee here, but you need the Tonto pass, I'm sure. Awesome day. It's so green.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Well, hey everybody, Happy New Year. I know I said that earlier, but say it again there. It's 2026, looking forward to a whole new year of travels and getaways. But today we're going out to Horseshoe Lake, and I've never been out here. And we're just doing a day ride. I'll show you more information at the end of the video on how to get out here, what the road conditions are like, and I may even put the complete video of the road. But this is a section that you're coming out from the East Valley. There's Horseshoe Reservoir. If you're coming up through Cave Creek and Carefree, you're going to look for Bartlett Dam Road. It turns off of Cave Creek Highway and goes out to Bartlett Lake. And we've been out there just recently, and it's a beautiful area to camp, a little more established. But Horseshoe Lake is kind of remote, like I said in the video. It's a remote camping area, and the road is a little bit rough, as I'll show you in just a minute. But this is a real popular area with ATVers, because there's a couple places out here where you can offload on ATVs and stuff. This is one here called Kentucky Staging Area. They call it on Google Maps, or when there's a sign there that actually says St. Clair OHV Permit Zone. So it's not really an area for camping, but if you have a toy hauler or a cargo trailer, you can camp out there. They won't mind. A lot of folks do that. They bring their ATVs out. But not too much farther past the staging area, then it turns to dirt. And I debated whether putting the whole road on here. It's 10 miles, but it's about a half an hour, 40-minute drive. So that's why I didn't put the whole dirt road on here. But you can see what it looks like. It's a little bit rough. I wouldn't recommend coming out here in a low clearance vehicle. I have heard stories of people doing it. There's reviews of people coming out here and camping, and people do it. The little Rios, the little small cars, and they get out here in minivans and stuff. And you can do it. Just go slow. But if it rains, you might be in trouble, because there are some places where you can see right there off to the side, the water runs down through there, and it could get kind of nasty if you come out here in inclement weather like rains and stuff like that. So if it's a beautiful day like today, go slow. You could probably do it okay. And there are lots of folks that do come out here. So just be aware of that. You don't need four-wheel drive. Most of the time I never did put it in four-wheel drive. I could have just for fun, but I didn't really need to. But watch out. There are some places you could get yourself in some nasty situations if you get off in the sand and stuff. So keep it up if you don't have four-wheel drive. But go a little farther. Go up about, to about the 7 or 8 mile mark, and then you'll start seeing Horseshoe Lake and the recreation area off to the right there. Beautiful, isn't it? It was so green. I think we've had so much rain that everything was just so green. And that off to the side, off to the right there, that's what's called Mesquite camping area, or recreation area, as it's called on Google Maps. And we've never been out here, and it's a really nice little campground. It is remote. And oh, the other thing was cell service. There, once you get past that area right there that we just passed, the cell service stops. At least we weren't getting T-Mobile. So we turned in here to Mesquite Recreation Area, and there's several little camp spots in here. Really nice, you'll see. And we just kind of drive through to look at. I couldn't believe, look at the lush vegetation. You know, it's funny because I get comments from people about Arizona, and they think that Arizona is just flat deserts. And this right here proves that not all of Arizona is just flat desert with no vegetation. This is really a beautiful little area. And it varies from season. And you can see all the green. That's because we've had so much rain that all this vegetation just grows up and the mesquites just take off. I might pull into one of these.
Yeah, go ahead.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
There's camp spot number 2. I don't know how many spots they have. Number 3. This is a nice little spot. Let's pull in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Walk around. We got a fire pit, a barbecue, and a table. Wow. Hey, the water's over here.
I know, I can hear it.
This is the Verde, part of the Verde River here. Actually, this is water that comes out of a Horseshoe Lake and goes down to Bartlett. So Horseshoe Lake is part of the, I want to say SRP lake system.
Salt River Project.
Salt River Project, yeah. Salt River, Verde River, they all flow into each other down farther. But this is water that comes out of Horseshoe Lake, feeds into Bartlett Lake. And yikes. I don't want to fall and slip in the water. Yikes. I don't see any fish, but I don't know why there wouldn't be fish down there. There's like a little waterfall up ahead there.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Like a babbling brook.
I wonder if you could come down here in the summertime and like get in the water and swim.
I bet you could.
It's too cold to get in there now. I'm sure the water's pretty cold. Let me feel it. Oh yeah, that's too cold to get into. Burr. And I think there's probably more on the other side. This, I don't know if this is the main one. This might be the main Verde River here. It is so green down here though, even on the other side. Brought us a little ice chest and some lunch. Now we're going to head up to the lake in just a little bit though. I don't know how many spots there are here, but as we drive through we'll find out how many more there are. I think the price, may be wrong, so I'll put it at the end. And watch at the end of this, I'll put some information on how you can get out here. Just a little note though, it is a little bit rough to get out here. So it's not a real, there's a few places where the road gets a little rough, and you'll see that on the little video coming in. It's just so pretty. These sites run about $8 if you have the Tonto Pass and you're covered. This doesn't, the America the Beautiful Pass doesn't cover these. This is Tonto National Forest out here. So we're going to pack up here in just a minute and head up to the lake, which is over that way. And I saw another lake over in the drone with the drone. Another little pond, not a lake, but and then I could see the bigger lake over the hill. So we're gonna head up the road and see what else there is. The first time I've been out here, so it's pretty. Okay, let's see what's up. Oh, there's a bathroom.
How cute. We're just
Porta potty, or whatever they call it.
almost there.
Vaulted toilet.
We'd only know.
A couple of spots here. Camping permitted in designated sites only. We just stopped here at Mesquite, I guess. This is Mesquite. Then there's Horseshoe Camp Area, and we're gonna head up to the lake here. We were down here somewhere. It says 22 miles northeast of Carefree. 14-day stay limit. It doesn't say anything about how much. Oh, you have to have a Tonto pass. Oh, America the Beautiful Interagency Pass holders receive 50% discount. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Okay.
Cool. Good job. Great spots. So America the Beautiful?
Yeah,
Do they charge for the sites?
yeah, you need a Tonto pass like we got in the thing.
And then what about America the Beautiful?
That probably get a Tonto pass half price. Have to check into that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If you pay only $4. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, no.
I'll have to do some investigation.
Gotcha. Did it say something about the America the Beautiful pass?
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Campsites.
Gotcha. They're very pretty.
Oh, seatbelt. Oh, somebody's here. Somebody's either having a picnic like we were or actually camping. Must not smell a fire. Maybe they got a tent. No, they're just out for the day.
Well, they got a lot of gear.
Definitely peaceful out here.
Mm-hmm.
Another bathroom. Spot number 10. looks like the boat ramp area. There's the boat ramp.
The shoreline was much bigger, and it was in the summertime. So I think this is where we camped, but the shoreline was much bigger because it was in the summertime.
There it is.
Wow.
There's Horseshoe. Well, we found Horseshoe Lake. And I think this is the boat ramp right here. Pretty. There's one boat. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's one little boat right over there. Well, this is Horseshoe Campground. And we found another little pond area. Looks like it goes past over there too. I would think there might be fish in there. Have to do some asking around. Yeah. These things are all going to die off and dry up once summer comes. But look how green those things are. We just thought we'd check this down here. This is another campground just from the dam, Horseshoe Campground. And I'm going to say there's probably about 10, 12 sites here, maybe 15. And it's all part of Tonto National Forest. And I saw on the sign that you can get those. You should be able to use your America the Beautiful Pass. And I would think maybe you get your Tonto Pass half price. I'll have to check into that because I don't know for sure. I'll show you what it looks like. We got one in our glove box here. But they're normally $8 at Circle K. You can get your Tonto Pass. Yeah, Bartlett Lake, Horseshoe Lake, Needle Rock, Seven Springs. All of those places are covered. And you buy this pass. And then you scratch off the day and the time and what year and so on. So you want to make sure you have some of these with you when you go camping. Some of the stores will also sell these, like the sporting goods stores. Cabela's used to, but they don't do it anymore for some reason. At least not the one by us. Tammy's been finding jingle bells. Maybe the reindeer came through here.
I found 4 at the place we had lunch, and now I found another one here. Here.
Let me see your jingle bell. How about that?
And I found 4 tiny ones.
That's little baby reindeer
where we had
bells.
lunch.
This might have been on a dog leash or a dog collar.
Oh, that's possible. Okay.
Yeah, that
makes more sense now.
That kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I was surprised I found those 4 tiny ones where we had lunch and then find another one here. The 2 random places that we stopped.
I can see it. I wonder how deep it is out there. It's not really flowing really fast. kind of plant is that? Looks like little cotton balls. So this is Horseshoe Lake, guys. We're coming here to see if it was be a spot that we might want to bring the motor home to, and I don't think I want to bring the motor home back here, but we could come back with the truck and the trailer. That would definitely be a lot of fun. Bring the quad out here and explore a little bit. Hope you found this useful, because I've never been here before and it's the first time for me. Definitely a pretty place. Safe travels, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hope you found it helpful. And don't forget to hit the like button on your way out the door. Catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I'll leave you with a beautiful view of the campground here. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm going to show you how to find a Horseshoe Lake and how to get out there the easiest way. And the way I like to go is usually take Pima Road up, go Scottsdale, and then go over Dynamite to Pima Road, up Pima Road to Cave Creek Road. And I'm trying to show you where it is on the map. It's not really clear on this map, but you can kind of see it. There's North Cave Creek Road. And just follow Cave Creek Road until you'll see the turnoff to Bartlett Dam Road. This is a little Bartlett Dam Road right here. It switches. If you stay on Cave Creek Road, you actually will wind up in Seven Springs, which is up here in Camp Creek, and if you keep going. But when you take Bartlett Dam Road, you're going to go about 5 miles. There is a ranger station right there. You can kind of see it showing up on the map. You can go in there and get passes if they're open. There are also a lot of kiosks around. As you get closer to Bartlett Dam Road, there aren't a lot of kiosks. In fact, there's none that I saw anywhere near Horseshoe Lake, so don't expect to see one there. Get your pass before you go. And there's a turnoff here right approximately in this area. It's not showing up on the map, so I'm going to zoom in. And it goes up to this Kentucky staging area that you saw in the video. If you follow that road up through here for about 8 or 9 miles, you wind up at Mesquite Recreation Area. Now, like I said, you saw in the video, it is a rough road, so keep that in mind. Get your pass before you come out. There are no services out here. There's no water, no electricity, no dump stations. So this is kind of a primitive camp area. Fishing, as far as I know, when the lake is full, they keep it stocked with bass, catfish, no trout that I know of, but maybe sunfish, those kind of things. In the summertime, it does warm up. The wintertime right now is cool, so you might see some more cool water fish. In the summertime, whether they stock it or not, this lake does get drowned. This lake does get drained down really fast, especially if they need the water lower down in Bartlett and some of the other lake areas for the Phoenix Valley. So this is part of the watershed reservoir for Phoenix and for the Salt River Project. So they do draw down the lake quite frequently. And boy, oh boy, I guess it is something to come and see the Horseshoe Dam when they do let the water out. They weren't doing it this weekend that we were there, but there are times that they do it. And if you can get out there, it's quite a sight to see, I guess, as you can see in the picture. Here's the Mesquite Recreation Area that we camped in. Let me zoom in a little bit right in that area. And the dam is up here, and all this area is pretty well flooded. At certain times of the year, you do have to be careful, especially if they let water out of the dam. This area could flood in here, so do be aware of what's going on, because if you camp down here and you're not really tuned into what's going on, you might get in a situation where you have to get out really fast. So do be aware of that. I'm sure that the rangers do come through and try to warn people, but sometimes if we have a rainy season and the rains come in, they have to let the water out so that the dam doesn't overflow and it goes right into Bartlett. So this is kind of a heavy use area as far as the water when the water fills up. And the place where the boat ramp was up in this area right here. And there is a tiny little boat ramp you saw in the video right there. So I did see one boat go in. I'm not sure how deep the lake is. You might want to do some investigation and find out just how deep it is and that sort of stuff. But beautiful, just beautiful to be out here, and the weather was perfect time of year. There's also a campground here at Horseshoe. We went in there real briefly. But let me show you the dam. This is what's really intriguing. A lot of people come out here just to see the dam, and I'll show you some pictures here. There's a little walkway underneath where the water flows over, and you can actually walk underneath there. And they say that's really, really cool. Yeah, cool in the summertime because of the water, but it's really interesting to get under there. There's the walkway right there. You can see in the video, in the picture there. Somebody's walking underneath where the water's flowing there. Isn't that neat? That would be so fun to get out there and take pictures and stuff. But definitely one of those places you want to come out, maybe check out sometime. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Remember, get your Tonto Pass before you get out. No hookups, so make sure you have water and food and everything with you if you're going to come out here and camp. But definitely worth the trip, I think, if you have the ability to get out here. Great day, safe travels. Catch you on the next one.